Hey guys, it's Paula here again. I wanted to talk to you about, first off, and I know it might seem like we're jumping into something that's a little bit more complicated, but I wanted to talk to you about your menu bar right here. It's called your header, basically. Well, this is your header, but this is your hold on, your buttons. And once you get these set up and kind of your design of the page, I think it's going to flow a little bit faster. So we're going to cover a few of the basics first on how to set up your site. So first off, you don't have to have all of these links in this way. While we would like you to have certain content and we'll communicate that, the design part is kind of yours to mess around with and kind of create. So let me show you some options here for that. We're going to go up under here underneath the gear, underneath more options, and you're going to click on Edit Site Layout. And when you come to Edit Site Layout, you will see that you could have your horizontal bar, which is right here highlighted. So that's highlighted, which is why we're seeing this. If I click on Sidebar right here, Sidebar, and I take away my horizontal bar, let's see if it's going to catch up with me right here, then you'll see that the options come over here on the left-hand side. And this, in some ways, makes your page a little bit cleaner because the eyes aren't distracted up here and they can jump right to the content. And many people are used to navigating either way, so it doesn't matter. But I do want to point out a few things. So you can change your horizontal and your sidebar. You can change your header. We'll get into that in 1 second. And change your picture or your background and your custom. But the sidebar offers you a few more features that I think is going to make your website a little bit more interactive. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm going to click on right here on the plus sign. You can see this is your navigation. Actually, you know what? Let's do navigation first. When I click on navigation, all of my links are right here. And when I click on it, it's going to say OK. And automatically organize my navigation is checked off. And I personally don't like that. I don't like that feature because it puts all of my links in alphabetical order. And while it's neat and it looks good, sometimes it doesn't make sense. I want it more sequential for how I'm thinking or when I'm giving directions to you guys. So I'm going to uncheck how to organize this. And now you'll see nothing's here. And I'm like, oh my goodness, nothing's there. So I'm going to click on Add Page. And these are the pages. You'll notice that they kind of match what's gray over here. And I'm going to click on About the Teacher. And I'll click on OK, which is right down there. And there's my About the Teacher. And I'll add another page. And I'll do Class Expectations and I'll click OK. And that pops up. So I'm going to keep going. I'll add a few, which is fine. In fact, I'll add them all so that it's still cleaner looking so that it looks like what you have. And I'll do Home. And what's very powerful is that you get to kind of move them around as you need to. And this is also how you make subcategories, which is easy. So let's say we'll do the specialist schedule. This is highlighted. This is my order. So right now it matches what's over here closely, kind of. I want to move this up there. So I'm going to highlight it and I'm just simply going to move the button over there and it's going to say special schedule. Great. And I'm going to say homework. That's pretty important. That's more important than About the Teacher. So I'm going to move About the Teacher down because I don't really care about people knowing, but I do care about homework and I care about them knowing their class expectations, and parents always need to know the special schedule. So I have that right there. And then when I click OK, you can see that it changes it around. So I have more control. So let me just review that again. That was underneath navigation and I just clicked on it. I unchecked the automatically organized because I personally don't like that. You can leave it how you like. And then I added the pages, okay? The power of adding the pages is this, is that you could have a page that you don't want, like peek inside your classroom. Let's take that off right now. I'm just going to trash that. It's still there, but it's not showing. So these are the pages that are going to show. So when I click on Add a Page, I may have Peek Inside Our Classroom made and created and I'm working on it, but until I add it to this navigation bar right here, people won't see it. So not all of your pages that you make have to be published, so to speak. But you could add the link over there and that's when it becomes public and you're ready for people to see it. I don't like home, so I'm going to fix that one up there too. So that one should be first. All right, great. Underneath navigation as well, I'm just going to show you this button while I'm here. We're not going to go into Add a Page, but if you wanted a subcategory, so let's say underneath curriculum links, we want curriculum links first, or let's say second, and then we want homework. So I have homework highlighted right here, and I have a subcategory. I'm just going to indent that, and all of a sudden it becomes a subcategory for curriculum links. So these are all individual pages, but this is just how we're scaffolding it on the sidebar right here so that people can see it. So you can see that once that becomes highlighted, that this becomes a, let me just close this so you can see it. This becomes a link that you can kind of hide, and then homework becomes a subcategory for it. Okay, I'm going to go back into edit site because we're not quite done. So I've changed my navigation, as I said, from horizontal to sidebar. This offers us a few more things. The navigation is how you control your links, but the sidebar offers us some pretty cool interactive features that I want to show you. When I click on the plus sign here, I'm going to add a let's add a countdown. I'm going to come down here, right there to countdown, and I'm going to click add. And right down bottom, this countdown pops up. And I'm just going to click on it once, and it will open it up. And I'm going to say, okay, everybody needs to know that we have a geography test on Friday. So I type the event name that's kind of important, and I click on choose, and a calendar pops up for me. So I'm going to say on September 9th, we're going to have a geography test, and I click OK. And it's going to update, and it does a countdown for me. And it's kind of neat because I don't have to do anything else to this. This is going to automatically count down. So it kind of makes a very interactive site. It makes it student friendly where it becomes a useful tool for them. And that's going to be our focus right now. Okay, and the last thing I want to show you, because this is kind of a lot, so we have navigation we covered, and we have sidebar. I want to show you this plus sign, and I want to show you this button right here called text. And I have to tell you, this one's kind of huge because you can take it and do so many different things with it. So I'm going to click add, and a text box right there is going to pop up. And I'm just going to open that text box, and this is what it looks like. So let's say over here on the left-hand side, instead of having an about the teacher section, well, I just want it to be a little bit more interactive than the words about the teacher. So I'm going to say, getting to know Mrs. Johnson. And that's my title. And down here, I'm going to say, okay, I need to tell them something about myself, or it's actually a link to go somewhere. So I'm going to go get an image. So I did insert image, and I'm going to do upload images. And most of the time, I'm gonna encourage you to go to Google Drive here. I'm giving you a bad example because my picture that I'm looking for is right here on my desktop. So I'm gonna do family. I'm gonna open that up. It's gonna upload my family. I'm gonna click OK, and there's my family right here. So that's great. Now, when you put a picture into this, which is kind of cool, you can center it. You can make it small or medium or large or however you want to make it. These are your controls. But what I absolutely love the most about images is that you can make that link you can change this link right here. So I don't need it to have it go to this picture. I could actually change that and type a different URL, like a Google form, like a video, like anything else. You would put the link in right there. And that would take you somewhere else. Let me just cancel out that. Okay, so we're going to not do that. So that was insert image, and I messed it up and lost it there. So we'll just go get, where was family? We'll go get that picture real quick. And I just want to let you know how that looks. So there it is right there. And this can be a link to go somewhere else. My family. And then I click OK. And you can see that it's going to pop up, and it just gives it a little bit more of an interactive, fun view. As soon as you put these kind of links on the side of the picture, maybe this box right here could be something like Student of the Week. So their picture gets to go on the front page right there, and you would click on the link that might tell all about your student of the week or the month or whatnot. So something to consider, guys. I want you to start playing around with your sidebar and your navigation bar. Remember, the sidebar offers you more than your horizontal bar up here, but it's all what feels and kind of looks right to you right there. So let me know if you need any help. I'm here to help, and we'll go from there.